Denmark bans Qur'an burning, a step towards global tolerance. In a landmark decision on December 7, 2023, Denmark's parliament passed a significant law making it illegal to publicly burn the Quran. This move, aimed at de-escalating tensions with Muslim countries, marks a pivotal moment in the nation's approach to religious tolerance. The law's inception followed a series of public protests in Denmark and Sweden, where anti-Islam activists burned copies of the Quran. Justice Minister Peter Hummelgaard noted over 500 such demonstrations since July, emphasizing the potential harm to Denmark's international relations and safety. The law, which faced a 5-hour debate in Parliament, was passed with 94 members voting in favor and 77 against. Violators now face fines or up to 2 years in prison. This legislation arrives at a crucial juncture in global interfaith relations. Post the 9/11 attacks, a wave of Islamophobia swept across many Western nations. Incidents like the insulting caricatures of Prophet Muhammad, Quran burnings, and the banning of Islamic symbols became disturbingly common. Countries like France and Switzerland have faced criticism for legislation perceived as targeting Muslims, such as bans on burqas and minarets, raising questions about the selective application of secular principles. Denmark's decision, therefore, is not just a response to recent events, but a potential turning point in addressing a broader issue: the respect for religious sentiments in secular societies. The law acknowledges that while freedom of speech is a cornerstone of democratic societies, it should not serve as a shield for actions that deeply hurt the sentiments of any religious community. The global context of this legislation is significant. The early 2000s saw an alarming rise in anti-Muslim sentiments in several countries. Visa prohibitions targeting Muslims, heightened surveillance, and a general atmosphere of mistrust contributed to a growing sense of alienation among Muslim communities. In this light, Denmark's move could be seen as a step towards healing and understanding. Critics, however, argue that such laws might impinge on the freedom of expression. Inger Støjberg, leader of the Denmark Democrats Party, expressed concerns about external influences dictating the limits of free speech. This highlights the delicate balance between upholding liberal freedoms and respecting religious diversity. Denmark's approach contrasts with that of Sweden, which is considering allowing police to factor in national security when approving protest applications, rather than imposing a ban. This difference in strategies underscores the varied approaches nations are taking to address similar challenges. The new Danish law could be a harbinger of change in the Western world's approach to secularism and religious tolerance. It opens the door for a more inclusive understanding of secularism, one that respects and protects the diverse religious sentiments of all communities. As the world grapples with the complexities of multiculturalism and religious freedom, Denmark's legislation serves as a reminder of the need for a balanced approach. It's a call for a secularism that is truly inclusive, recognizing that respect for religious diversity is integral to the health of any democratic society. In conclusion, Denmark's new law is more than a legal provision. It's a statement of intent, a commitment to fostering a world where religious sentiments are respected and freedom of expression is exercised with responsibility. It sets a precedent for other nations to follow, paving the way for a more tolerant and respectful global community.